Hi, this is Amy Scott Grant of AskAmyAnything.com, here with another installment, this time not about truth testing, but about alternative healing methods. And I'm going to tell you about one of my absolute favorites. It's called an etheric weaver. Oh my gosh, these things are so cool. I absolutely love it. I have one. There's a whole set you can get, but I have one and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Well, maybe I'd trade it for a whole set, but that would be crazy. Who would do that? Anyway, these things are awesome. If you want to know more, you know I'm not big on details, right? So if you want to know more about where they're made and where they came from and where the idea started, then I suggest you go and Google etheric weavers. But if you want to know how to do some really cool stuff, how to heal yourself, how to heal other people, and I'll tell you a secret, you don't even have to buy a weaver. Shh. Then listen up, because I'm going to fill you in with the whole skinny. So let me show you what this beautiful item looks like. It has a bead on the end. See that? And it has a chain, and then it has this gorgeous Siberian quartz crystal that is wrapped in copper wire. You can see it's wrapped in a special design. And it dangles freely. It can actually not only move in any direction, oh, thank you for demonstrating, but it can also spin actually on its axis. Now, I'm doing this. It's not doing that, but I'm just showing you. And there's a magnet on either side wrapped into the copper wire. Why? I have no idea. Like I said, Google it. I don't tell you why the pendulum works or why muscle testing works. I just show you how to do it. You're free to go play, see if it's an optimal thing for you to pursue or not. Right? It's up to you. You're grown up. You can do this. So the etheric weavers are amazing tools, and they're super, super simple to use. Literally, all there is for you to do, if you want to work on someone else, you would just have them lie down or sit down, and then you would just relax. They would relax. You'd get calm, and you'd ask, where does it want to start? And if you get feet, you may not even ask. You may not hear. You may just know, oh, we're starting over their heart, or we're starting over their nose, or we're starting over, you know, their leg, whatever, their right knee. And you just hold the weaver over that part of the person, you know, I don't know, a couple inches. It's not an exact science, right? Just move as you're guided. Like, for example, I'm going to hold it over my wrist. And you'll notice that it's moving on its own. I'm not doing this. I'm not asking any questions. I'm not asking for anything at all. I'm just allowing it to move in the direction that it would like to move. And you notice it changes direction. And sometimes it swings big and sometimes it swings small. It's regulating energy is what it's doing, and it's taking inefficiencies in the field and it's healing them. Now, in the same way that I can't heal anything that a person is unwilling to shift, the weaver can't heal anything that you're unwilling to shift or that the other person's unwilling to shift. It's all about free will. The really cool thing is it does its work without you having to know what's going on. So if you've done other kinds of work where, for example, a person had hip pain and, oh, you had to go in and explore, well, it's related to support issues, you're feeling like you're not supported in your marriage or your career or blah, 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 and then you go resolve the root cause of those issues. That's a lot of the stuff that I do, right? Or you do past life work. It's all fascinating and it's very cool. But what I love about the weaver is you don't have to know any of that stuff. You might not even know that something hurts, right? Like I've had people work on me and they might go straight to my elbow, and I'm thinking, oh, that's interesting. I wasn't having any problems with my elbow that I knew of, but there was something in the field that wanted to be shifted, right? You can hold it over someone's head. The only caveat about using the weaver is eventually your arm gets tired, so you could start holding it up. You could rest it on something. Piece of cake. Now, how do you know when you're done? Well, let's pick a body part that you're holding it over. Let's say you're holding it over someone's feet, and it's going crazy. And you just let it do its thing, right? And you just stay present, stay in the moment. That's all there is for you to do. When it stops moving, and I mean comes to a dead stop, a live stop, it's done. Now you can check in and see which body part it wants to go to next. And when you run out of body parts, then you're done. It's that simple. Now you can also do remote healings with these etheric weavers. For example, I've done them on the phone with clients before who were in other places, other countries, whatever. It's very simple. You do the same thing. You just hold the intention that the etheric weaver is doing its work, and you just continue holding it until it stops moving. That's how you know it's done. So simple. Anyone can do it. A few minutes ago, I told you that it was true that you don't actually have to have a weaver in order to do this kind of work, because maybe you don't want to buy one. They're not inexpensive. The one I have costs, I think, about $135. So, plus shipping, of course. So they're not really cheap. But what I'm going to tell you is you don't have to have a weaver. You can use a regular pendulum. You can do this exact same kind of healing work with a regular pendulum. All there is for you to do is to intend that your pendulum is a healing tool. Because after all, isn't it? Come on, isn't everything? Aren't you a healing tool? Aren't I a healing tool? We all have it in us. So what's the difference if I do it or I transfer it to this simple object? So you simply hold the intention. Like, I'd like to take this pendulum and I'd like to use it as a healing tool. That's all there is to it. Now, if you have limiting beliefs that have you going, what? No, I need the $150 weaver. Well, then go buy a weaver. Or call me and I'll help you clear the beliefs that you need a weaver to do this kind of work. But really, you can do it with anything. It's about understanding that we're all one. There's no separation. There's no here's me, here's where I end, and here's where you begin. There's none of that. We're all one. We're all the same. And we're all divine. And we're all infinitely powerful. So, whether you use a pendulum or a super cool etheric weaver, I look forward to hearing your success stories about things that you've done, miracles that you have created. And until next time, this is Amy Scott Grant signing off, saying, see you later.